Hello YouTube, welcome back to MALIBU College. Before we begin today's video, I have a quick question for you. Are you eating rice every day? Yes? Great. But what if you can no longer eat rice? If there was no supply chain for rice, what would be the alternative to rice? Today, I'm gonna be talking about one of the most significant events in Japan's modern history, Reiwa rice shortage. I would have introduced you to the rice shortage as the rice riot, but actually it didn't happen. Despite that dramatic name with the Reiwa Rice Riot as subtitles in the video, it's not actual riot, but rather a medical coin reflecting panic-induced consumer behavior aimed at significant rice shortage in Japan during the Reiwa era. These riots were not just about the price of rice. They revealed deep social problems like poverty, inequality, frustration with the government. Let's explore how this movement began, spread, and changed Japan's future. In Japan, people tend to reduce eating rice, maybe because they are on a diet. Carbohydrates are concerned as the concern of gaining weight. People choose to reduce their carbohydrates intake by a popular diet trend and desire to improve specific health markers. From my point of view, weight management was recently one of the most main reasons why people turn to low-carb diets. But that's not a serious issue, actually. Yeah, ever since last summer in 2024, we have struggled from the big issue of rice shortage. You might say that's not a big deal because people try not to eat rice. What's wrong with that? But think about it this way. That's an insightful question. The majority of people in Japan still eat rice because the rice has been staple food in Japan for centuries. But actually, rice consumption has been rapidly falling down since 1960s. After World War II, Western food such as bread, pasta, meat became more popular and common. Younger generations grew up with school lunches that included bread or noodle or not just rice. I also grew up in an environment like that. People see a wide variety of meals as normal today. So rice isn't eaten every meal anymore. But I tell you what, how come people are making a loud saying like, we don't have rice, we don't have enough rice. This year, we broke out a rice riot. I would have exaggerated the term with riot, but it's not shocking. There were harvest challenges. Last summer's extreme heat severely impacted rice yields, leading to a record low autumn harvest. Boom in tourism. Inbound tourism surged. The monthly visitor number jumped to over 3 million, up from 1.28 to 2 million the previous year, intensifying rice demand from both domestic consumers and tourists. Reduction in rice cultivation. The Ministry of Agriculture has encouraged farmers to shift some farmland to grow livestock feed rather than rice, further squeezing supply. Recent natural disruptions, natural disasters like Miyazaki earthquake and other weather-related challenges added strain to distribution networks. For more simpler example, many supermarkets imposed a purchase limit like one bag per household, while others switched to selling smaller packages like 4 to 5 kilogram bags instead of 10 kilograms. Price spiked. Brand like Koshihikari rose in price to around 2,400 yen for 5 kilograms, roughly 300 yen more than last year. This is an insane incident for normal people, especially if they have a large family. Yeah, they have to feed their kids every day within a limit of a living budget, right? Yeah, if the price of rice keeps going up, their life is toast. We discover as to what's going on and why and how it did happen. And finally, I'm gonna tell you what we do. So we have many factors on why these things happen, right? The sharp declines or drop in yield and quality of Japan's rice harvest in 2023 was mainly caused by the combination of weather-related risks and structural issues in a production system and agriculture policies. Because of the extremely high temperatures in the summer, for example, during the summer of 2023, the rice plant experienced problems during the heating and ripening stages, such as poor starch accumulation, cracks or cloudiness inside the grains known as white immature kernels, and overall decline in quality. Rising temperature, dryness, and the combination of daytime dryness with high nighttime humidity cause rice plants to repeatedly go through cycles of drying and re-moistening. As a result, the number of cracked or split grains increased during the husk and brown rice stages, leading to lower milling yields and reduced market value according to agriculture officials. As the typical example, some reports noted that while the 2023 harvest was relatively abundant, the proportion of rice with stable quality was quite low. So what the government did was quite unique. They released reserve rice, which means a government measure in which the national rice reserves, also known as government rice, were released. That is sold or supplied to the market in times of crisis or market disruption in order to stabilize the rice price and supply. So those rice called bichikumai is rice owned by the Japanese government to ensure food security. In normal times, a fixed amount around 1 million tons is kept in circulation and periodically replaced. All the rice from the reserve is mainly used for processing purposes such as rice crackers or sake brewing or animal feeds. When rice crops are damaged by typhoons, earthquakes, heavy rainy or droughts, it is released. As in 2023, like 2 years ago, when high heat caused quality deterioration or reducing the amount of usable rice, promoting release of reserve was carried out. When consumer prices surge or distributors face shortages, the government released reserve rice to ensure stable supply. And then Koizumi-san implemented the release of reserve rice in the market so quickly. The government released its reserved rice in several ways depending on the situation. One, market release through a bidding system. The rice is sold to wholesalers or food companies and at price set by the government, helping stabilizing the market. Two, free distribution to disaster-affected areas or local governments. In times of disaster, the government provides rice for free, for example, to support emergency food services or community kitchens. Priority are supplied to school and public institutions. To prevent temporary food shortages, rice is supplied first to essential facilities such as schools, hospitals, and government officers. So when things get serious, like natural resources, bad harvest, or crazy price spikes, the government steps in and release rice in 3 smart ways. For one, they don't just jump rice on the market. No. Yeah, they sell it strategically through the bidding systems, where food companies and wholesalers buy rice at a price set by the government. This keeps the market calm and stable, preventing a panic or price explosion. For two, when earthquake or flood hit, uh, people just can't go shopping for rice, right? Yeah, so the government provides free rice to local government and disaster areas, for example, to support community kitchens and emergency meals. It's not just a policy, it's a life-saving food security. And finally, for three, imagine school branches are running out of rice. Unthinkable in Japan. So the government makes sure school, hospitals, and public officers get priority rice supplies, keeping everyone fed even during the tough times. However, nevertheless, they still can't get the price down. And what happened is that the reason rice prices hasn't been gone down isn't just because they are less rice. Yeah, it's also because of several overlapping factors. The decline of quality, the difficulty of increasing supply quickly, the tendency for distribution and stockpiles to push price up in advance, and the limited effect of government policies and regulations in stabilizing prices. Among with these factors, I personally think the dramatic decrease in the number of local farmers is the most serious issues and concerns. I'll talk more about that in the next video, okay? Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. If you find my video useful, please don't forget to subscribe for more updates. I really wish you to stay tuned and stay connected to my community. It's all free, and if you put a comment down below, I reply you back ASAP. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next session.